What's up, you guys? It's James Zombie Chris with Zombie Cigar Reviews. Today we have a treat. It's the pre-released Room 101 Farce by Matt Booth. So let's take a look at what we'll be smoking.
Farce by Room 101, Untitled 6554 Toro, Rapper Ecuadorian, Filler Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, Pennsylvania, Binder Indonesian, Origin Dominican Republic.
Alright, so it looks like a really good steak. On the pre-lit smells and aromas, I'm getting like some hay and some chocolate, basically. A little bit of a nice tobacco smell. It's not very oily. It has a nice wrapper on it, nice chocolate colored wrapper. So we'll get this cut and toasted, and we'll start smoking. All right, so to get this cut today, we'll be using the XO Cigar cutter. Nice clean cut. So get it toasted. On that pre-light, I'm getting basically just like a hay and like a barnyard like flavor. Nice draw, little resistance. So that's good to have that little bit of resistance in there. So alright, so I'm gonna get this toasted. Alright, so we're lit up. Alright, so far the first pre-draw. Getting like a savory note, a little bit of pepper. And some coffee. So I'm gonna get into the first third and I'll come back with updates. Alright, you guys, so getting into the first third, as you can see, the burn is pretty good. It's a little rugged, but it's good. I don't think it's gonna require any touch-ups or anything like that. I'm getting a little bit of spice so far. A nice caramel and like coffee note is really present, especially on the finish. Very smooth. The smoke is nice and thick. It's silky. Definitely coats your palate well. So far I'm liking it. Like I said, the spice on the retro hell is very faint and subtle. It is there though, and on the finish it's there and faint. So alright, so I'll come back with the first third update. Alright, you guys, so first third update. This shit's smoking pretty good. The burn line is pretty decent. Has a little ridge, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm still getting that caramel on there, and just like a really nice sweetness, like almost a coffee, like a caramel coffee. The aromatics of it, the aroma that you get off of it is really nice and pleasing. The smoke is good so far. Like I said, it's nice and it coats the palate really well. So that's pretty much the first third. halfway through it. So, I mean, so far it's performing well. It's a great stick. It's Room 101, the Farce, the pre-release. I don't know if you can see that band very well, but so far it's doing good. So let's keep smoking. Come back with the second third. Just before getting into the second third here, a little bit of a dip in there on the burn, so we'll see what happens. I'm thinking that it'll catch up to itself, but just a small update. Alright, you guys, we're getting into the second third here. It's a little bit hard to see, I know, because the lighting, but the ash is holding on pretty well. Right now I'm still getting that caramel on this. There's a little bit of a dryness, like a dry cocoa almost. I'm also getting like a little bit of a nuttiness, like a dry roasted nut. Construction is pretty good still. I mean, I did touch it up once just so I wouldn't go completely off on me. I'm really enjoying it. I'm trying not to take too many draws out of it. I want to keep like just drawing on it because the flavor is really good. That caramel really is presentable. It's what you mainly are getting. Like I said, there's a slight spice on it. It's not a pepper, it's just a slight spice. And there's like a sweetness to the cigar. So this is how we're doing so far, and I'll come back with a second, third update. Alright, you guys, so as you can see, the ash is holding on really well. For the second, third update, basically I'm still getting that caramel on this. The dry roasted nut I was getting is more like a dry roasted coffee almost. The pepper is still slightly there, the sweetness is still slightly there. I'm really enjoying the cigar so far. The construction is pretty decent. Like I said, I had to touch it up one time. It's been pretty decent since then. The smoke output is still good, still coats your palate. It is mild, heading more into the medium now at this point. I'm gonna continue smoking. If I have any other updates, I'll come back. But so far, predominantly, I'm getting that caramel on this, and it's really pleasant. So, and also there's like a slight like floral note that I'm getting. I can't really put my tongue on it, but it is there. So keep smoking. I'll come back with the final third or any second, third updates. Falling off in a nice solid chunk. The burn is still pretty decent. Still same flavor notes, nothing has changed. Still really pleasant though, really enjoying it. Yeah, same basic notes. You're getting that caramel, like it's mixed with like a coffee, and like I said, that little bit of spice is still in there. Still medium bodied. And that floral note I was talking about recently isn't really there anymore, but it just, the caramel and the coffee is just predominant basically. It's really good, so this will definitely go good as something you have with a cup of coffee. I think that drinking something like that with this will definitely bring out those flavors even more, but they're definitely there. There's a little bit of like a woodsy cedar maybe in there in the back too on the finish. Still drying out my palate a little bit, not too much though. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm gonna continue on, get through to the final third, and come back with any updates. Alright, you guys, quick update on the Farce. This is going into the final third now. Same flavor notes, nothing's really changed. Still really good notes though that you do get from it. Still same caramel, coffee, a little bit of spice. Nothing overpowering, overbearing. Everything complements each other very well. It's a very excellent, smooth smoke. Definitely something that you would probably take on to a golf course. I'm not a golfer myself. Maybe something you would play dominoes with your boys or your ladies, whatever. Definitely something that you could just chill and smoke with. Unfortunately, it does have a little dip in it again, so I'm gonna have to touch it up probably. I don't think it's gonna self-correct itself. But performing decent, so I'm not really too worried about it. I'm enjoying smoking it. It's a nice, beautiful day out. It's a little warmer than usual. Starting to get up there in Phoenix, so I'm gonna continue on. I'll come back with the final third update, and yeah. It's really good. Farce, Room 101. Alright, you guys, final third update. Took the band off because it was starting to turn a little bit yellow, and I like to collect my bands. But as you see, the ash is holding on well again. The burn is still a little bit off, so that's unfortunate for construction. I mean, required minor maintenance, but same flavor notes throughout the whole cigar, so it's consistent, which is good sometimes to have consistency in a cigar. Sometimes you just need that cigar where you're just sitting there, you're smoking, and you're enjoying what you're getting from it. So again, just to touch on the flavor notes I was getting some caramel in there. There was a little bit of like a roasted nut that turned into a roasted like coffee ground almost. A little bit of cedar hints in there. That spice, that sweetness, it's all in there. This stick has been really enjoyable. It's phenomenal. Matt Booth does a good job in, you know, his cigars and how he selects his tobaccos and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to smoke it to about right here and come back with my final thoughts. So this has been the Room 101 Farce. Great smoke. Come back with rating, final thoughts. Real quick, you guys, I don't usually talk too much on these, but try something new. Just a little word or inspiration of the day. Whenever you're overwhelmed, work got you stressed out or something like that, or just there's a lot on your mind, you got to take time for yourself. Cigars is how I take time for myself. Sometimes it's just relaxing, just push everything out, go to a quiet place, smoke yourself a cigar. For some people, it might just be sitting in your car listening to music. Just gather yourself, hit that reset button so that way you're not overstressed. It's very important that you take time out for yourself. That's why I like cigars. No one can take this from me. This is my thing. This is what I like to do to relieve stress, to get the hard work week off my mind and things like that. It's important that you do these things for yourself. You know what I mean? Just take that time. Whether it's, like I said, Christians, they go in their prayer closets, they pray, they put it at God's feet, let Him handle it, just get it off your chest, whatever it may be. Talk to yourself about it if you need to. Wine, some people like to just sit down, drink a nice glass of wine. There's different things and outlets you could do to just go ahead and relieve that stress. So take those opportunities whenever they're presentable. Before you go into work, just sit there for a moment, you know what I mean, and just gather yourself before you go in there and prepare yourself mentally for what you have ahead of you. Don't just go into battle just already frustrated. Take your time out, take those breathers, take those moments for yourself. It's important, but just a quick little word. Hopefully it helps some of y'all. Alright, you guys, So my final thoughts on the Room 101 Farce by Matt Booth. So for Curb Appeal, the band, Curb Appeal is the way it draws your attention. This is a pre-release, so the band was pretty basic, but it was still nice. It wasn't phenomenal or anything. I'm gonna give it its full point because it was just a pre-release band. I'm sure when the band is put on this, it's gonna be nice. So I am gonna give it its full point for the band because some people probably wouldn't even put a band on a pre-release cigar, but Matt Booth did do so. So full point for Curb Appeal. For the price, these go around $10.75. Usually the $10 cigars. For me, I'm a more budget-friendly guy. I like to find deals and stuff like that. But for this cigar, $10.75 is right on the money. I figure I enjoyed it. Like I said, this is a good cigar that you can just take to the golf course, or if you're playing dominoes, poker, or just at the lounge chilling, or family events or whatever. So for the price, $10.75, I'm gonna give it its full point. For construction, unfortunately, it required some minor maintenance, and you guys know with me personally, I just want to smoke my cigar without any maintenance required. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give it half a point. It did require minor touch-ups here and there, but I mean, it stayed pretty decent. It didn't get too bad, and that's the good thing. With small minor touch-ups, the cigar will perform excellent other than that. So for construction, half a point. For the flavor, it was consistent. You got that caramel, you got that sweetness, that little bit of spice in there. The smoke really coat your palate well. Every note was dead on. You could tell exactly what you were getting out of it. So for flavor, I'm giving it its full point. Usually I would want a little bit more, but for this stick, what it was perfect. I like the flavors on it. So full point for flavor. My overall experience, I enjoyed it. I did, but like I said, the construction was a little off. I did enjoy it. I just don't like thinking about my cigars when I'm smoking them, like I said. But so for overall experience, I'm giving it a half point, which gives us a full 4. It's a very good smoke. I definitely recommend, once they're released nationally, you definitely pick one up. Definitely worth trying. I mean, Room 101, Matt Booth makes excellent cigars. I haven't had a cigar from him that I haven't liked yet. So that's the Room 101 Farce. So that concludes our review on this. Thank you guys again for joining and watching these reviews. I appreciate all your support, so please don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. I appreciate your comments. I'll definitely get to you as soon as I possibly can. I like hearing from you guys. If you tried this yet, let me know what you guys thought of it. When you do try it, let me know what you guys thought of it. Yeah, just thank you guys. I appreciate it. I am still gonna do the giveaway. I'll probably announce that next week. Had to get some time to get some stuff together, so next week I'll announce the giveaway and how I'll be handling that. So again, you guys, just thank you. Thanks for rocking with me. Peace.